Hello, people of the internet. Um, I wasn't planning on making a video of this. I wasn't even planning on making a video today. First things first. But I'm tired. I'm pissed off, and I have a few things I want to talk about. And first things first. I have like 3 things I want to talk about today. My morning. Some drama shit that's going on around the world currently, and my in-game hours. So we're just gonna go one thing at a time. I'm gonna leave the drama stuff for last because I don't want to like. Actually, you know what? We're gonna talk about it first because I don't want to rant too long about it because it's annoying. But basically, those who don't know, there's recently, like, even me doesn't like get into drama. Like, I don't concern myself with like what's going on around the world, what's happening, like all this stuff, you know. I do not concern myself with the internet, the drama that is happening, but I still see it and it's pissing me off. It's very annoying to see people like twice my age on the internet act like literal children. And it's fucking embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. And I just wanna like... I just wanna get into it. I wanna talk about it because it's so weird. It's seriously such a weird thing. So there's 2 things that have happened. There's the drama for the Streamer Awards, which I'm guessing that a lot of people who are somewhat online or watch YouTube/streamers have heard about it. I'm not gonna get into it too much because, like, I don't wanna spit like more fire on the flames. I don't wanna add more wood to the stove, as to say. I guess, like, I don't know what the fuck that saying is, but it's a saying. But I don't want to add more to it, so we're just gonna talk about it shortly. I don't want to get into it too much. Now, I do want to preface this by saying I don't hold any sides besides the 2 people who are in this. There's one person who I have never watched that this is about, and then there's a person I only follow through another YouTuber. But basically, the entire... I mean, there's much more drama between the VTuber community currently. But I don't hold any sides. I could care less. I feel like it's just adults being babies for clips and content farming. I genuinely feel like that's all this is, and it's so weird. Basically, there was the Streamer Awards, which had a VTuber nomination, and there was a VTuber who I only follow through CDog, basically, called Iron Mouse, a disabled VTuber, from what I remember. I've not looked up too much, but I remember like CDog talking about it. I have short-term memory. I would at least say, so don't blame me if I don't remember correctly. Basically, she has like a plasma thing. I forgot what it was about, but it's a serious condition. And then there was another one called the Burnt Peanut, who is the person who I have never ever heard about. Don't know who he is, don't know what he does. I looked up his channel and he apparently plays some FPS games with like bigger names, which is cool and all. I haven't watched any content, didn't watch any content, don't wanna bother. Doesn't seem like my type of stuff, so I don't want to bother myself with it. But there was this whole drama situation about it where it's like him saying that, oh, it was like him and Shroud during some stream or whatever the clip is. I can only go based on clips. I don't do research for this shit because I feel like it's pointless. Even if I did research, there's always gonna be fans, people who are like obsessed with protecting their Twitch streaming king or YouTube king, whatever the fuck you wanna call them. Always gonna be people protecting them. It doesn't matter if I educate myself on this subject, I'm just gonna talk about it because it pisses me off. Basically, there's a clip going around where him and Shroud were like talking about like, oh, you should get into the VTuber nominations because you're a P-tuber, because his avatar that he uses is just a peanut instead of like a VTuber, but basically it's the same thing, in my honest opinion. You don't need to have like an anime avatar to be titled a VTuber. You can just have whatever, like a PNG or something, and it doesn't matter. But basically, him and Shroud were talking about it, and he was like, "Oh, you should join them, you know, just to like imagine how pissed off the VTuber community would get if you actually win." It was like, you know what, that's a great idea. At least in the clip. In the clip is what I'm basing this off of. You can hate me all you want, I don't care. So basically, that's what happened. He won the nomination. People were pissed off. Like, the VTuber community was pissed off because I guess it's a running joke that he calls himself a P-tuber, but I've also seen other clips where he just genuinely hates VTubers, and he's even doubled down nowadays from what we've seen of him doubling down, calling basically every VTuber, or most of them at least, just 40-year-olds, like 40-year-old men hiding behind an anime avatar, which is just a weird thing to say in the first place. To me, it just sounds like he's just trying to farm the VTuber community even more, instead of trying to calm down the situation, because Iron Mouse first congratulated him, trying to like calm the situation down, but now that he doubled down on it, he's just putting more fire into the flames again, and he's getting more hate towards Iron Mouse, and he's getting more hate towards himself. So I don't even know why he doubled down on it. He could have just stopped the situation then and there by just being smart instead of being an idiot. But I guess that's what you do nowadays on the internet to gain big social points by being an absolute jackass. So, I don't know. To me, it just, as I said, it just sounds like it's just a bunch of idiots trying to farm clout, views, and what I guess what people like to nowadays say call rage baiting, which I despise that word because it's used so often in these situations, and I feel like it's such a pointless word. But basically, he's just trying to make people angry, I guess. Don't understand. It just is like a nothing burger situation to me, you know. Like, it just feels like a pointless situation. I don't understand. But then there was another thing which I'm not gonna talk about with like between Iron Mouse and all of this. I'm not gonna get into that situation because I don't fully understand what's happening there. I'm a bit more known with the peanut thing, like the nomination. There was a few other streamers, like Ray or whoever. I don't even know these guys. I genuinely don't even know them. There was like a whole situation between them two. I don't understand that situation, so I'm not gonna talk about that. But the whole streamer awards is just like I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I can understand because the person who makes them, Cutie Cinderella, well, I remember she at least makes them. No, I don't use Twitch anymore. I completely even deleted my Twitch account because I just feel like Twitch is turning into just a pointless platform nowadays of just misery and fucking harassment. I don't know. But basically, the person who makes the Streamer Awards, Cutie Cinderella, also got a lot of hate. And she's always gotten a lot of hate for them. Because everyone thinks, oh, it's playing favorites, I guess, kinda. And people think that, and then they hate on her, then she gets emotional about it, and all of this stuff. I don't know why she keeps doing them. To me, it just feels like the people who join the Streamer Awards, especially was shown this year, when there was a lot of weird jokes made, a lot of weird situations, people that shouldn't even probably be invited there were there. Like, the whole thing is just weird, and I don't know why she keeps making them. I genuinely I don't know. But props to her nonetheless. It's a big thing to make this stuff happen, but I feel like it's so pointless because to me, like, especially the Streamer Awards, it just seems like it's just a bunch of people gathering up to stroke their own ego. And I don't know, it's such a weird thing to me. It just feels like a big ego thing. The longer this stuff has gone for, it just clearly shows it, in my opinion. What else was there drama-wise? The Game Awards. Oh yeah, the Game Awards. A lot of people were disappointed with the Game Awards because they're like, it was just a pretty big nothing burger. There was some drama between like, should Claire Obscure be nominated for indie games because apparently it was released under a big publisher or whatever it was. I've never played Claire Obscure, I can say that much. I don't know anything about the game, I haven't seen anything about the game, I have never played the game, I haven't even thought about buying the game. So I don't know anything about it. It could be the greatest game of all time, but I don't know. Probably not gonna look into it even, I'm just not gonna bother. Especially when I'm like sick. Still, I'm still very sick, so I'm just gonna enjoy my time. But a lot of people were mad that they got nominated for so many different categories. I think they had like most of the nominations for the entire thing. There were obviously some different places where other games won, but most of it was just Claire Obscure, and I can kinda understand it. And then their game shows, like the releases that they showed during it, were kinda meh. I think most people were mad about the last game that they showed. It was like a shooter game made by the people who made Titanfall and Apex. And that was like a whole fiasco, people were mad about it. That was the last thing they showed. But other than that, that's enough about the drama. I just keep seeing it on Twitter constantly. It's pissing me off because I'm just trying to like, I'm just on Twitter trying to look at the stuff I want, fan art of things that I enjoy or something. Like, I don't need to be seeing this shit. I know I can just mute the drama words, but I don't want to do that. Because I don't want to just stoop that low. Because I like to like keep myself still up to date with everything that's going on. But at the same time, it's just annoying sometimes. But I think that's enough about the drama. The Iron Mouse burnt peanut situation, I just want to say I don't have any sides for that. As I said, it feels like a whole nothing burger to me. It's just like a pointless argument situation of just people being angry on both sides. Don't get it, don't understand it, will not bother with it. It's gonna stop at some point anyway. So, yeah, I'm just not gonna care about it at all. But let's get to the actual good things. Well, good and good things. It's only good for content, but not good for me. I'm still sick, as I said. I'm still extremely sick. I don't have a fever or anything, but yes, I'm still sick. Don't think you can hear it, but I am. I very much am. And today was another garbage day. I went to bed at like midnight. I wake up like 5 AM. And I've been awake since then. I slept like 5 hours. I've been awake since 5 AM. Tried to go to sleep, got a headache and everything, and at like 7 AM I just decided to get up, took a shower, and I've been playing this game since then. Checked my fever, I don't have a fever, I don't have anything. I still feel horrible. But as I said, like in the beginning, I wasn't even planning on making this video. It was just I just get so fed up with the drama stuff that's happening, especially when it feels like it's worthless drama. I get really fed up that people just keep like continuing with it. So that's mainly why I wanted to make this video. But, there was actually one game thing that they showed that I was interested in, and it was Resident Evil 9, because they showed Leon. They finally showed Leon and how he looks, and holy fuck has my boy aged so much. I'm probably not gonna play the game myself, but I can't wait to watch a few of my go-to YouTubers play that game. This is gonna be so much fun. Like, I feel like next year for games is gonna be a big one, especially with Resident Evil 9 coming out, and probably a lot more cool game releases. But to me, the whole game show, at least from what I looked at, like just... Also, if you heard a bottle cap, I have soda next to me for my throat. Because my throat is very fucked. I have like it feels like something's stuck in there, so I'm using something bubbly to help it out a bit. That was probably a bit too loud. I'm really sorry for that. I sometimes forget how shitty these bottle caps are that they make nowadays. But yeah, I think next year's gonna be a big thing for games. Can't wait to see what they cook up. Can't wait to see Resident Evil. And before I end this video, I just want to say that I have gathered up 100 hours in this game now. I have 100 hours in this game. It's so much fun. This game has seriously been such a blast to just enjoy. Like, the addiction is insane that I've grown towards this game. Like, it really takes a lot for me to enjoy a game this much, especially a farming game that's like very calm and just about farming. it takes so much for me to enjoy a game like this. But this was genuinely the best 14 bucks that I've ever spent in my life. Seriously. This was so worth it. And it has been so much fun to just play, especially when I'm sick and everything. It's such a great time. But also, one last thing actually I want to mention. To that video that Markiplier posted recently, holy fuck. Man, it made me even tear up too. Like, seeing how far he's come. Like I've followed his channel for a pretty long time. He's like one of the first like channels I've subscribed to ever on my account. Like, following him for so long, especially seeing how far he's come and everything, and now that he's having his movie like in so many different places happening, like it's honestly insane to me to see how much he's grown, and I'm really happy for him. It's amazing, I think, and I hope the movie is gonna be good for the people who are gonna go watch it. I'm not gonna I don't live in the US, so I'm not gonna bother with all of that stuff. But big props to Markiplier, honestly. If you want, go check it out. Check out the movie stuff if there's any near you. I'm sure it's gonna be good. And I honestly can't wait for what he does next. I'm sure he's gonna do something amazing. But I think that's enough for this video. I've ranted already for 22 minutes about drama, my day, the game, and even mentioning fucking Markiplier in my video. But yeah, I just want to say I appreciate all of you. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to each other. Remember that it's a very important thing. Especially nowadays with all this drama shit that's happening around. Be kind to each other, be respectful, and be well-mannered. And that's it from me. Take care of yourselves, and I'm gonna go enjoy my time with this game, and I'm just gonna rest. Goodbye, everyone.